Starting the coffee with chopsticks using the vortex method, the only true way to optimize the taste of your coffee at the molecular level. Good morning. Welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan. We'll get started, but first, coffee made in a percolator. Nice. Heavy cream and local honey from one of the only working farms in the area. Support your local farms. Hey, you know what makes a great Christmas gift for people? Local honey. Honey that is local to you. Find a farm. Find a beekeeper near you. There is a great gift. People will love it. People are tired of stuff, things. A couple bottles of wine, a jar of honey, maybe a jar of real hot chocolate mix, not the commercial stuff, things like that. If you're wondering what to get people for gifts this year, maybe a cheese board. How fun is that? Oh, by the way, my dinner last night, because you asked, right? I've been on a Tannin tour. I thought I was going to go on the Spanish wine tour, but I think I'm just going to end up on the Tannin tour, and that is wines that are high in tannin. Tannin, I discovered, is not a taste. It's a mechanism. It's what your mouth feels like when you drink the wine. Whereas the sweeter wines activate salivary glands. The tannin wine feels very dry in your mouth. It's what it does to the inside of your mouth, the soft tissue. So I bought some Cabernet last night, which I liked Cabernet for decades. Bought a box of it, which was surprisingly good. So I had 5 different types of Spanish cheeses. Sheep's milk, cow's milk, goat's milk. My favorite, of course, is the Manchego. I had some pate, chicken, liver, pork liver, and mushroom and spices. Pate, a handful of arugula with just olive oil, vinegar, salt, and pepper on it. Some, what I call mini pickles, cocktail pickles, they call cornichon, and some capers. That was my dinner last night with a glass of Cabernet, and I was in heaven. I wish you were with me to share it with me. I would have made you some. To be able to share a plate like that, to make someone a plate like that, and toast a wine glass, conversation or not, and just enjoy yourself. What a great little dinner. Everything was cold, nothing was hot, and it was just so perfect. Yeah. But I'm on the Tannin tour. That started with the Spanish Tempranillo wine that I got probably, maybe a month ago. And I really enjoyed that. And it just kind of sparked my tannin desire up again. So I'll be going down the list of very high tannin wines throughout this winter. The one that I got was called Black Box. It was decent. I enjoyed it. Right now I am, if you want your house to smell nice, this is what you do. Take an orange, a big navel orange. I just took a big navel orange, ate the orange inside, took the orange rind, cut it up, put it in a pot of water, along with a cinnamon stick and maybe a tablespoon of cloves, and fill it up and boil it, and then turn it down to simmer. Makes the house smell so insanely good, like an old country store or something. It's really great. And every day just refill the pot with water, bring it to a boil, and then lower it down to a simmer. And then of course make sure you turn the stove off before you leave the house. Super important. But just a nice way to make the house smell magnificent in the wintertime. You'll love it. let's get started here. A harbinger. You know what a harbinger is? A person or thing that shows something is going to happen soon, especially something bad. Are there any harbingers lately in the world? What do you think? What is signifying that poopy is about to hit the fan? Put your answers down below. I'd like to see that. Oh, by the way, thank you for your comments about yesterday's video. It was timely, wasn't it? It's about time I did something on that topic. If you don't have a bird feeder, consider putting one up, even if it's just a hanging one on a wrought iron shepherd's crook. Don't cheap out on a feeder, though, whatever you do, because you're going to go through a lot of them. The higher quality the bird feeder, the longer you will keep it. Believe me, birds and squirrels can just destroy a cheap bird feeder. And if you don't buy a well-made one, you'll go through them once a year, easily. The colors, the sounds, and the types of birds are absolutely incredible. They are the best entertainment, even on the most gray, blah winter days. You get something different every day, but you'll see some of the same ones. And if you're like me, you'll start giving them names. You can get a bird feeder at Agway or a Tractor Supply Company. They seem to have the best choices, although I have seen them in some home stores and also hardware stores. Put a bird feeder up outside your window. It'll also help you turn off the TV. Talk radio. That's kind of like what this show is. It's like talk radio on AM radio. Remember the yellowing plastic radio on the kitchen table or the counter? Had kind of like the burlap speaker cover. Percolator chugging, topics different every day. Things for sale. If it was like super local talk radio, there was like things for sale. Farm reports, harvest news. And it seems like today, talk radio, what used to be the talk about everything talk radio hosts, now all talk about politics. I probably talk about politics maybe 1 in 50 shows. And they don't get good reviews. They don't get a lot of good reactions from people. I get a lot of support for some of the political stuff, but I also get a lot of flack. And it brings a lot of stupidity out of people and helps me kind of thin the herd a little bit, because I don't like negativity. But every talk show host has become political. Every single one. I don't like that. I want to go back to the days, and I'm creating it. What do they say? Peter Drucker said, if you want to predict the future, you have to create it. I want to go back to the kind of variety show talk radio where they talk about anything. Wouldn't that be cool if I took calls? I'm not going to do that on the Daybreak show, but I had another show where I actually took phone calls. That would be neat. But I am predicting the future by creating it. That's why there is the Daybreak show. It reminds me of old-time talk radio from a better day. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they may be, dream a little dream of me. That was written by Gus Kahn in 1931. It's an old song, isn't it? Great song. There's so many versions of that. Attention people that cut hair, barbers and stylists. Unless you hear the words trim and beard in the same sentence, don't touch the beard. I won't tell you again. It is really great being in your 7th decade. I was going to say 6th decade, but it really is my 7th decade. 0 to 10 years old, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70. I'm in my 7th decade on this earth. And I've internalized all of my life's lessons. And they're starting to come out. Only if I could speak to my 20-year-old self. I can't do that. But I can speak to young people from my kitchen table that I call the cozy nook. Little corner of my kitchen. A lot of wisdom coming from my kitchen. Have we become such a nation of poo says that what used to be called Employee of the Month at a freaking supermarket is now called Hero of the Month? True story. I'm in the supermarket yesterday buying my Spanish cheese. And there was Hero of the Month, and I thought maybe it was someone who like a fireman who ran into a burning house, or a soldier that came back from a tour of duty. No, it was the guy who gets shopping carts. Was Hero of the Month. Employee of the Month is now Hero of the Month. WTF. This is the participation trophy culture at work. Absolute bizarro world. We've redefined what the word hero means, like we did in the beginning of this year. Nurses and doctors are not heroes. Sorry. That even made people mad. Sorry. I remember going to work and there was people lining the driveway of where I work, clapping, "Yay! Thank you." I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'd literally walk into the work, and in the lobby were people, "Yay!" What? When words start to get redefined, there's trouble. There's your Harbinger right there. Stop redefining words. That's why I have a dictionary from 1881. Look up the word hero in an 1881 dictionary. It's not Employee of the Month. That I can guarantee you. Joel Fisher says, "Sure, I'll take the vaccine. Just mail it to me. My health and safety is too important to show up in person. Just like mail-in voting, safe, secure, and honest. So just mail it to me. I'll give it to myself. Give the shot to myself, and I'll send you back the paperwork saying that I'm now vaccinated." Absolute best tweet of the year, right there. Show me one Christian men's conference, Bible study, or retreat that doesn't cuck men, that doesn't teach them how to do chore play, belittle themselves, and egalitarian the balls off of them. Show me just one. I'll be waiting. I took a poll. I asked if public execution came back for high treason, what method would you prefer to see? 30% said guillotine, 28% said gallows, 41% said firing squad. Firing squad it is. My favorite comment, one of my favorite comments, because there was a lot of great ones from yesterday, is from Peg Bell. Beautiful, meaningful message this morning. It was contemplative, timely, valuable, applicable, and appreciated. Put me in the mind of what you reap, you sow, and the words right here are the best. The farmer respects, works the soil, and plants crops with intention. In turn, the land provides a beautiful harvest to sustain the farmer. Thank you, Peg Bell. Appreciate that. That was a magnificent, that right there is a Daybreak show all by itself. I like that. And with that, finish your coffee, and I'll see you tomorrow on the Daybreak Show, your home of sanity, clarity, and reason.